I think we're live. Hey, everybody. I'm here. Are you here? It's 5 o'clock in the mountains. In fact, I think it's 5 o'clock everywhere on this stretch of the land. I don't know what time it is where you are, but it's 5 o'clock here. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody here? I'm hoping you are. I'm hoping I am. I just realized 10 minutes ago that it was almost 5, and I thought, oh, I better hurry. So I'm here. I am ready to go. All right. Let's see who we got here today. It is Thursday, isn't it? And it is 5 o'clock, right? All right. I can't pull it up, so maybe I'm really not here. Are you guys there? Oh, no, we have somebody. Okay, I don't know who you are. So tell me who you are. This is a guessing game, huh? Hi, hi, hi. I see lots of you here, but it won't let me see your names. Let's see if I can pull it up over here. I can pull it up on my phone and read your names. I can't pull it up. It says Mickey is one. Hi from, oh, Tina's here. And Beth. Why? And Alice. Why am I not able to pull up your names? It is not telling me who you are. Okay, I'll go over here. Oh, we have Debbie. I can see you now. And normally I can see your names, so I'm not really sure why it's not allowing you right now. Hey, Tina, how's the business going? I love watching you, by the way. You're lots of fun. And Alice is here, and we have Carol and Mickey and Debbie and Robin and Beth. Wow, wow, wow. We have, and Lee. Okay, I can see you on Facebook. I can see your names there, but I can't see you here. I don't know why. Now, last week we had the trouble with the sound. Do you remember that? And when I found out that they didn't like the song I was singing, well, I wasn't singing the song, you know that. And anyway, Cheryl, you've joined us. All right. Okay, well, first of all, there's an elephant in the room, and I'm going to get rid of him before we go on any further. Look at this. Do you see that? Can you see that? This eye does not look the same as this eye. I have a black eye. It's not very black, but it's enough to say, hey, what did she do to her makeup today? Because she doesn't look the same. Well, it's a little black because if any of you remember, I think it was about a year and a half ago, I was in Moab with my husband and we were hiking and we went to the Delicate Arch, and it was before I had my knees done, right? In fact, that was what made me decide the pain had to stop. I had to get my knees done. So that was a whole turning point for me. But we were coming down from Delicate Arch, and it's a slick rock. There's nothing to hang on to, so I was hanging on to my husband, but I was hanging on so hard because my knees were not working, and he went down, which made me go forward, and it was kind of steep, and I went all the way down about 40 feet, and I was flailing in the air trying to get my balance so my feet would be back under me because I was going faster than my feet. Anyway, I landed, I hit my knees, then my ribs, and then my chin, and then my teeth, and my nose, and my shoulder. I mean, I hit a lot of things, and I broke a tooth. So I had to quickly come home and go to the dentist. And I broke some ribs, and I hit my elbow. And I actually talked to the doctor about my elbow, and he says, well, you probably didn't break it. You probably just punctured the sac that's around your elbow, but it was so sore. My chin was so sore, and my face, my nose, I was in a mess. Well, now back to yesterday. I was just pulling out. I had an appointment I had to get to, and I was just pulling out in the car, and I thought, did I leave the water on in the backyard? I don't want to. I mean, we're in a drought, right? But I'm saving some flowers. So I thought, I can't leave the water on. So I jump out of the car, open the garage door, run in through the garage, and go out. Think I'll just run in the backyard. And we have this lip in our garage. I don't know why. It was the thing to do when we build our house. there's a little lip at the back. Maybe it's so you don't pull your collar all the way through. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Thank you. I remember that too, Pat. It was an awful moment. Anyway, and I was in my flip-flop sandals and I just went up over that lip, but my shoe caught on the lip. I went down. And it's fortunate that I still have a face because, of course, I slapped my hands to the concrete and my face went down and I banged right here and right up here. And I kind of had my head turned, which is nice because then it didn't get my teeth. Because that one I don't even eat hard candy because I'm so afraid I'll break again. And if I had gone just a little bit to the left, I would have cut my face on the shelving that was there. We have some metal shelves. So really, it was fortunate that it happened the way it did. And I just got a little bit of purple on my eye. It'll be gone tomorrow. Anyway, it was a crazy moment, but I just sat there and I thought, I'm on my way to an appointment and now I have dirt all down my face and it's in my hair. I mean, there were like leaves and crap that kind of blow in your garage. I had to go clean up and I still had to go to my appointment and my face was hurting. My head was aching and I probably look really dumb. Fortunately, the color didn't come until later. Hi, Karen, you've joined us, and Judy and Carla. I have just confessed my soul to the world. I'm sorry, but maybe I'm just a clumsy. I'm not even sure. But anyway, that explains this. It'll go away. I'm going to be okay. What else is going on? Hey, do you know what? I was going to tell you something funny. After I left Disneyland, because I've been to Disneyland, Yellowstone, a bunch of places in the last few weeks. But one thing I noticed at Disneyland more than anywhere else, there are people that do selfie lives all the time. And at one point, I had to just sit and wait for my family. And I was just sitting on a bench, just watching people. I like to do that anyway. And I would watch people come in and they'd have their camera out there. Oh. And then they start walking away like nothing happened. And then stop and smile again. And then they start walking around. And I think that is crazy. Have any of you seen people do that? Is that crazy? And they're usually, early 20s, in their teens. I mean, I wasn't doing that. Maybe I was. But that was the funniest thing for me to watch that. And one lady in particular, she came up and she stood in something really beautiful and she just gave this wonderful little da 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 and then walked away. I'm thinking, how do you go from being cheesy to being nothing? I don't know. I didn't get it. Anyway, that's my soapbox for today. So don't go around doing those little selfies, okay? What can I say? All right. Okay. I have good things to show you today, and I'm so excited to show you. All right. I'm bringing them over here. First of all, I'm going to remind you that we have all the classes, many of the classes on the website. This being one of my very favorite ones, it's there, and you're welcome to join it. I'd love it if you did. And of course, we talked about this, and I am going to get me some Laffy Taffy, and I'm going to make another something with Laffy Taffy wrappers. So I just wanted to remind you about those. But here is the big one. Got her done. Got the pattern written, got the pictures taken. It's just going through the process now. But here we go. Here is my ice cream bucket. There are 16 pockets on this girl. Look at that. Is that fun? So this one is a double pocket, one in front and one behind. And I decided to throw a little applique on it because I thought that was so cute. I've got scissors in that pocket. Isn't that cute? And this is so fun to do. Now, you know that I love doodle applique. You don't have to doodle applique this because I know there's some of you out there that don't like to doodle applique. You don't have to. You can do it any way you want. And then I put pockets inside with mesh because I like to work with mesh. I think it's nice and stretchy. I like that about it. And I like the fact that this one is so much bigger than the last one I made. You can fit lots in there. You can carry it around. And someone asked me, so this is the strap, or this is the handle that actually came with the ice cream bucket. Some ice cream buckets don't have handles. That's okay. You don't have to have a handle, but this one does. Someone asked me if you should save the lid. And I'll tell you now, the lid fits back on. It doesn't snap, but it definitely fits on, and you can put it on and carry it and do what you want. This holds a lot of stuff. And on this side, okay, right here, these are pencil holders. These are just nice little pockets right there. Okay, so you got big pockets, you have little pockets, you have second pockets. Anyway, that class will probably be up by next week. And it takes a while to make. So I don't want you to get discouraged about it, but I will go into lots of detail. And in the class, it's not going to be live because there are so many different steps that I'll probably have to stop and start, pause, edit as I go. So this one is one that you can watch and you can rewatch and you can stop it and do that step and come back. That's really the ideal way to sew this one. All right. So here you go. I really like her. I do. You could even pad the bottom if you wanted to. A possibility. All right. Now, some of you have said that you're having a hard time finding the ice cream buckets. That's why I told you clear back in May. Got to start eating ice cream because it's going to take a while, right? All right. I like what Alice said. And we're just talking about Disneyland. People are so tied to their phones, they don't know how to be social in person. Really, that girl that I watched, I thought that was so funny because she was just somebody else on her phone. And then all of a sudden she was a person that nobody liked, right? Yeah, they have problems. And I think that's too bad. But it's a generation we're creating, right? Okay, the ice cream buckets. This is, let me get the lid. Okay, this is my lid of my bucket, and mine's a Western Family. And I realize that on the East Coast, you're not going to have Western Family, but this is a 5-quart bucket. So this little lid is going to fit right down on that to transport if I want it. It's not going to snap on, but it's going to go on. And I am going to, once again, I'm going to give you the measurements of mine just because I don't have it in my head. My bucket is about 7 inches deep, okay? And about 8.5 inches across. So it's 7 inches deep and about 8.5 across. Now, the nice thing about this is because I know that all of your buckets are not going to be the same. Some of you had already said that you cannot find one this big. And I really wanted a big one. We have 3-quart buckets that I could have purchased in the store, but I wanted to get a 5 because I wanted it big. But if yours is smaller, right over here, right in this space right here where I have my pencil holder, I don't have a pencil to stick in it. This is where you can make adjustments if your bucket is smaller or round. Now, what if your bucket is shorter? So you've got this space right up here that you can make more adjustments if you need to. So if you can't find a 5-quart bucket, don't worry, because there are ways to get around it. And it's not going to be that difficult. You'll simply make this section smaller and that section smaller. And when you make this smaller, you're not going to have to mess with the pockets. When you make this one smaller, you're not going to have to mess with the pockets because the pockets are over here. That's why intentionally I just put a plain smaller slot pockets there. So that was the whole idea behind that. Okay. And you won't have to, these pockets can stay the same. It's all going to work out. So don't worry. You got this. You can do it. And someone else asked me if there's a serger involved in that. And no, this is all, I did it all on the sewing. I hope, Alice, that you can find that. I'm reading what Karen Budge says. When I was in Disneyland in Hong Kong, a mother would spot and say pictures and say picture, and the kids would immediately stop and say picture, and then stop and pose. That is funny. That is really funny. If you were in Disneyland in Hong Kong, I went to Disneyland in Tokyo thinking, because I was kind of getting tired of the food in Japan. I thought, oh, I just want a hamburger. Please just give me a hamburger somewhere. And hi, Heidi. And we went to Disneyland thinking, oh, Disneyland food, I can eat. I can eat Disneyland food. But you get to Tokyo, it's not Disneyland food. It's the same stuff we had everywhere else. So, but on the last night we were there, I did find a McDonald's. Not that McDonald's is my favorite. I love McDonald's. Let's not say anything. But it was a hamburger, something from home. And I was happy to be there. All right, boy, we've talked about a lot of stuff already. Are you ready for my demo for today? Let's see. We've been chatting for a long time. Does anybody have any questions before I carry on? I'm just happy you're here. I mean, everybody's on vacation. I have noticed that Facebook is dead. Debbie, yes, I'm going to have a class. She asked if we're going to have a class for the bucket cover. Yes, it's called A Big Bucket of Tools. That's what it's called. You bet. We do have a class coming. We're just getting the finalization put on it. And I'm hoping that that will be on the website by next week. That's my plan. That's what's in there right now. So watch for it. And I will definitely come on and tell you that it's there when it's there, because I'm really excited about it. I really get excited about some of the things. And I've got another one in my head that's going on right now. Can't wait to bring it out. Whoops, because it's going to be fun too. What else? Any questions before I carry on? Because we'll go right to our demo if you don't have a question. No questions. The Serger class. Okay. Yes, I am right now filming the second Serger class. And I have the first Serger class up. And I think on Monday, I'm going to present you with oh, my chickens, they're so cute. I have to tell you what I did yesterday when I was falling down and everything. I want to talk to you about the Serger classes on Monday. All right. And I will give you more information, and I should by then have more information for you. Heidi wants to know how my chickens are. Well, I went out there. I don't have any dogs anymore. My son got home from his trip, came and got his dog. I'm so glad. The last day that I had that dog, it ran away 3 times. It can get out of our fence. It kind of digs out under the bottom of the fence. But the cool thing is it just goes to his house. Well, he lives a mile away, but it takes him about an hour to get there. So I have to wait thinking, oh yeah, he's gone. He's out. I'm so glad that he knows where he's going. And then I go over and I bring him back. Well, they got home Sunday, and that darn dog ran away while we were at church. I'm thinking, what are you doing? I feed him a piece of bologna every single day. It didn't keep him here. Anyway, so, and then it was fireworks. We have a holiday here going on in Utah. We had it on Sunday. It's called, oddly enough, the 24th of July. It's Pioneer Day. It's the day when the pioneers first entered the valley in a long, long time ago. 1847. I almost said 1947. Could have been. Anyway, it's the day we celebrate that. So there's fireworks that go on, and dogs don't like fireworks. And Ozzy in particular hated the fireworks. They scared him. So he would hide under the deck, or he'd hide under our car or something. And we wouldn't even see, we could not find him 3 times. And we were waiting for him to come on. I said, I can't on the last day lose their dog, right? Anyway, we finally found him. We got him back to his owner, and they're all happy and good. And I don't remember why we went there. Oh, you're asking about the chickens. Yesterday, I had a lot going on. I had a lot I had to get done. I had a lot of filming I wanted to get done. Just a lot of things going on. Some pictures I needed to take. And so I ran out in the morning and I fed the chickens. and their water bucket was, they like to walk in it or they like to stand on it, so they get stuff inside. So I went and dumped their water bucket thinking I'm going to clean it out and fill it up. I forgot to fill it up. Those chickens drink a lot. And oddly enough, I had their water bucket is a 5-gallon ice cream bucket. I have a lot of them. I tell you, I have a lot of them. We ate a lot of ice cream. And so they didn't have water for half a day. And those little chickens, if you ever see them drink water, it's so cute because they'll put their little beak in the water and then they'll go up to the top and they'll go like this. And they'll put their beak in the water and they'll come up and then they'll swallow it up like that. But they drink a lot of water. And so I starved them of water, but I got them done. I'm going to have to take you out and take you on a tour one day. Alice asks, is Monday, the August 1st, going to be the TENS project for the 30th? August 1st. No, I think we're going to have it tomorrow. I think tomorrow because the 30th on Saturday. We're going to have it tomorrow for Project on the TENS. I can't even remember what month it is. That's how bad this is. It is going to be tomorrow. And I have to tell you that Kaya was going to do her fashion show tomorrow and show you all the things that she made. They are amazing, but she can't. She has some things come up. First of all, her car broke down, so she's not living with us right now because she has to be where she has a car. And her puppy had had surgery this week to make him not a guy. And he's a little down still. They just had it yesterday, so she wants to take care of him. And so she's not going to be here tomorrow, but I got something fun planned and it's going to be, I get excited about these things. I'm sorry, but I get really excited. So yeah, I have a plan. Tomorrow I have a different project that we're going to be doing and it's going to be fun. So Kaya will join us on a later project on the TENS moment, or we might throw it in somewhere else when she can do it, because I want you to see what she's got going together. And she has agreed to teach a clothing class, a skirt or something, so that you can get the basics of maybe how you do it like that. So be watching for that. It might be next week. I'll let you know though, so you won't miss it. And no matter when, it'll be recorded, so you can definitely watch it. All right. Any other questions? And Lee said she can't wait to make a larger bucket. This one is big and I like it. I like it a lot. All right. I think we'll carry on. All right. So today I want to talk about this foot right here for your Serger. If you have a Serger, this is called the elastic foot, and it kind of looks like a foot I'd be afraid of using, but don't be afraid. And I don't even put elastic in. I don't put I have to say I haven't used it for elastic. I'll put it that way. But I'm going to put wire in today. Have you ever made a wreath and you search and search everywhere and you can't find the perfect ribbon and you want it to be shaped beautifully and you can't find it? Well, now I'm going to show you how to make it. You can make wired ribbon out of anything. And if you want to decorate your packages for Christmas that you give out and you want beautiful ribbon, a bow, or put bows on your Christmas tree, you need this. And you probably have it and don't even realize what it can do. So I'm going to show you one of the things it can do today. All right, let's come over here. I'm going to move you. And I hope that this doesn't make you all sick. All right, I'm going to come down here to my machine and hope that you can see it. I might have to move you down. Okay, let's see if we can get that now. All right, so I am going to put my foot on here. I want to point out a couple of things on it though. Move that over. Okay, right here, this is a dial. This dial right here helps you with your elastic. It feeds it through or puts a squeeze on it so it can't feed through really easily. But I'm just going to leave that the way it is because I'm not going to mess with that. But there's a little hole right here. There's a little channel, and there's a little channel right there. And that really is intended for you to do other things with. like how they give you a foot, and it's not just to bake one cake. You can do lots of different cakes with 1 foot. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I have some wire. I have some wire here. This is about a 20 gauge wire right in there. It's I think I bought this in the floral department Hobby Lobby. So it's pretty flexible. It's not really fat. You don't want to do heavy wire. And I am going to feed, whoops, don't drop on the floor. All right, I'm going to feed this wire down in through the foot. You see how I've done that? I put it through the top channel and down through the bottom. And I want it to come out the back. And it even has a little groove in the bottom of the foot where that can fit. And there are different things and different reasons you might want to do this. So I'm going to put this foot on. And I am going to put my fabric in. Oh, by the way, I have it set up for a 3-thread rolled edge. And that means I've got an upper looper, a lower looper, and I have my right hand needle in. Okay. And I've got it set up. My length is just barely off the 1. And I've got it set into D on the other side. Okay, I am just going to put my fabric in there right up to where I'm not going to cut anything off on my fabric, although I probably could. And there are some tips I want you to kind of pay attention here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to start it. Come on. Okay, right there, it kind of gets caught, if it ever gets caught. I'm going to tell you that. If it bends the wire, then it will stop that needle from going down. So kind of pay attention to what it's doing. Come on, let's go. And you know that a rolled edge is a slow stitch to do. And I've just got a kind of a hold of the wire in the back because we don't have feed dogs that ever touch this wire. So it's not automatically feeding through. The fabric is feeding through. And if ever your needle catches the wire, then it's going to bend it right there. So what you need to do is get it past that little, see, I can move this wire back and forth. See how I can move that? You want to get it past that little bend so it does not catch again, because it could actually break your needle. But don't be afraid. It's just a broken needle. Just keep it going. All right, I'm at the end of my fabric. And I'm just going to feed my wire off. Okay. Yep, it caught it right there. I don't like that, but there I go. And I definitely don't want to cut that wire with my scissors, so I'm going to be really careful right there. I'm going to feed it out enough that I just have thread there. All right, there I go. There is part of it all done. Do you see that? Now, do you see how that just nicely bends? And I can have fabric on both sides. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And I now have some wired ribbon. And I can make it double-sided wire ribbon just by putting wire through the other side. See how easy that is? And all you need to do is do a rolled edge. And it just skips over that wire. Is anybody going to do that? Does anybody want to do that? Does anybody ever have a need to do that? Not, huh? Hi, Tara. Hi, Kathy. And Gail, you've joined us. And Suzanne. All right, that's my demo for today. Did you like that? Are you going to make some wired ribbon? All those beautiful wreaths are now going to have ribbons to match, because look what you can do. And it just stays. Isn't that fun? Wire ribbon is not cheap, and it never matches what you've got. You could even take ribbon that you love and put wire on the sides of it. So it doesn't have to be fabric. It can be ribbon that you like already that doesn't have wire in it. You can make it wired ribbon. Oh, Tina said she's never thought to make her own ribbon. I love that. And Sherry said that she loves making wired ribbon. Well, look at you. You already do it. Look at you. You can't really do that, Heidi, on a regular sewing machine, as far as I know, because right there, Lee, you need a serger. Everybody needs a serger, because right there, it's wrapping the thread around the ribbon, and there's not a stitch on a sewing machine that wraps it around. Even if you did some of the overlock stitches that you can do on your machine, it's not going to do that. So a rolled edge is only done on a serger. I am really sorry, but I think most brands of sergers will do this as long as you have the foot that will channel it through that channel. I have never tried to do it without that foot. I think you probably could, but I have the foot, and so I don't think I want to even try. Yep, Heidi, you can go have Alice do it for you. Definitely you can. So take all of your ribbon over there, have her wire it for you. Just take a big long thing of wire. All right, that's my demo for today, and I'm excited to have you see what we're going to do tomorrow, because it's tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time, and it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just prepping it tonight. I didn't know Kaya wasn't going to be here until a few minutes ago, but I did have some things already set up, so I was ready to go. And we always have to have things in the back of the closet, right? Don't you always do that? All right, if you don't have questions, and where did I put my bucket? I want to say again how much I love this bucket. And I like the fact that it's just this plastic, that it's not hard. It's not, I really like it. I can see carrying a lot of stuff in it. I mean, I could fill all of this with all of the projects I'm doing, like a fat quarter here and there. I could do that. I really, really like it. I'm excited to share it with you. So that's next week. If you have any questions, you can contact me at barb@sewwithbarb.com. And I am there for you. I've been answering lots of emails this morning, and I love it. I love it when you talk to me. I think that's really lots of fun. And also, we had a lot of people that invited a lot of people to come to join our group. And I have to say, they need to accept the invitation. So I will give you till Monday to get those people, because I know you invited lots. Get them and let them know they need to accept the invitation. So we're going to extend our deadline till Monday, because I think sometimes, and everybody's on vacation, right? This crazy vacation time. All right. Hi, Carla. I love seeing you guys. I love it. And I love it when you post and do fun things. And Lee, yeah, you need that, Serger. You definitely need it. All right. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for spending this last half hour with me. It's been fun. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, everybody. Bye-bye.